I got fired for something I didn't do. So I exposed the real culprit. I used to work at this grocery store in a quiet part of town. It wasn't a dream job or anything, but it paid the bills and I actually liked most of my coworkers. I showed up on time every day, never caused drama, and I genuinely thought I was doing fine. Then one afternoon my manager, Linda, calls me into her office like it's some kind of courtroom trial. She has this folder already sitting out with my name on it. She doesn't even ask questions. She just tells me they've been having shortages in the register and, based on patterns, they know it's me. She says that in this calm voice, like she rehearsed it. The part that stuck with me was she never said, "We think." She said, "We know." I tried to explain that I'd never taken a thing in my life, but she cut me off. She said she'd already talked to corporate, already filed a report, and there was nothing left to discuss. Then she slid the termination papers across the desk like she was dealing cards. I could have argued. I could have cried. Instead, I just looked at her and said, "If you're so sure, then I guess we're done here," and I signed them. But I wasn't defeated. I was planning. For the next week, every night after closing, I parked across the street where I could see the front doors. I stayed there with a camera and waited. Because there was one thing I remembered, every night, the assistant manager, Dave, stayed late to handle deposits. He always acted like he was the hero of the store, like we owed him something for breathing the same air. The more I thought about it, the more things clicked. On the fourth night, I finally saw it. Dave walked out holding the bank deposit bag. Instead of heading left toward the bank, he turned right toward a bar. I followed him inside and sat a couple seats away. I wasn't even trying to hide it that much. I just angled my phone like I was texting. The bartender knew him by name. He joked, loudly, "Using that deposit money again?" Dave laughed. I got the whole exchange, plus the bag sitting on the bar next to his drink. That video was all I needed. I emailed it to corporate with a single sentence. "Here's your pattern." 2 days later, they called me back to the store. This time, there was no dramatic confidence. Dave was there crying and trying to explain himself. Linda was apologizing so fast she was stumbling over her words. Corporate asked if I would like my job back with back pay. I told them no. I didn't want the job. I wanted compensation for wrongful termination. I wanted official documentation clearing my name. And I wanted them to put in writing why they fired the wrong person. They agreed. I walked out with 3 months of pay, a written apology, and a letter saying I was eligible for rehire, in excellent standing. Dave left the store with police. Linda ripped up my old termination papers and said, "We should have trusted you." I just looked at her and said, "You should have asked."